Hey you guys, how's it going? It's 11:48 p.m. It's a little bit later than normally. I'm so tired. I'm so tired that I had to make a list here of things I wanted to tell you. It's there. There's words on it. But first I want to say that someone pointed out that it's distracting to have the mirror back there, and that I should block it with like a show logo or something. And to them I say, I'm way too fucking lazy to erect that kind of barrier. I'm so lazy that I refuse to find a new place to record these because basically, the minute I get home, I want to take off these clothes, specifically this bra, which is kind of irritating. And instead, I'm like, I have to vlog. So I just want you guys to know that as much as I enjoy talking to you, I can't wait to get naked. This sounds like it's going to go in a different direction than it is, and it's not. So I'd like to bring it back to the more mundane and boring things. Anyway, as I was saying, it's later than I normally do these vlogs, or it's just later. I'm having trouble figuring out what happened with the time. We recorded the podcast later than normal, and I am more retarded than normal because, no offense to actual people who are retarded, I am more slow than normal because I've been up since 6 a.m. I said that like, take a look. Like, get a load of this gal. I've been up since 6 a.m. because I was recording something for the E! Channel up in LA this morning. So my call time was 10 a.m. So I got up at 6, left at 8, got there at 10. And I was planning to just kill time in LA until I did the Carolla show tonight. However, I got done with the E! Thing a little bit early, and the podcast was starting late tonight, and I thought, it's 12:30 now. I don't need to be back in LA until, I don't know, I can't do math right now. But the show, we're not going to start doing the podcast till 9. There's no way in hell I'm going to stay in LA that long because what am I going to do with myself? So I went back home to Orange County, and then I went back up to LA. So I did a lot of driving. And you know what driving does? Reduces my IQ points, and I already am not working with that many. Just kidding. I'm working with a lot. My IQ is like in the 4 digits. But what I also wanted to tell you is that I feel like I'm experiencing adult acne. And I've talked about this before, about the fact that I feel like I have both wrinkles and acne. But you can't really see it, but there's like some yuck on my face. And after the show tonight, I was standing there looking at the iPad, and Adam walked by and said something like, great show, or good show. Something nice. And I was like, oh, thanks. And I was thinking, he probably thinks that I'm deep in the middle of some sort of work thing, since I'm like staring intently at the iPad. But really, there was nothing on the screen. I was just looking at the reflection and trying to see what was going on with this zit on my face. So I don't like that. What else? Oh, I can cross off adult acne from the list. Oh, yeah. New segment idea. I was talking to Katie, Blaster Girl, tonight, and I said, you know who's cute now? Because she and I have very similar taste in men that we don't know. And so I had to tell her about this guy on the Borgias, that show. Are you guys watching that? I'm now watching the Borgias and Game of Thrones, and they have similar plots, and I'm confusing them. Just like that. Like the plots are doing that, and I'm just in the middle, all confused with my 4-digit IQ. Anyway, so she was unfamiliar with this show, so we couldn't bond over Cesare Borgia. But anyway, I was like, we should have a segment called Who's Cute Now with Katie and Alison. but it was a joke because it would not be a good segment. Crossing that off, crossing Borgia's off. Oh yeah. I'm debating whether to share this next thought with you because it's kind of heavy and deep. Well, okay. So some of you know that I currently live at my parents' house. I don't think I've talked about it on these little vlogs, but I've talked about it on my show. But anyway, the long story short reason why is that someone in my family had a health crisis over the summer, and that's why I moved back from New York, and I was taking care of this person. And so that's why I'm here. I'm obviously quite an adult, and it's weird being an adult and living in your parents' house again, especially when you consider this is the room that I grew up in. It looked different when I was growing up in it. It was more pink. But it is that same room. And anyway, I was thinking tonight about how I really miss my New York apartment, and how when I would be coming home from various things in New York, the minute I got into my apartment, I just felt this sort of like relaxed, peaceful kind of like, there was this like expansive like, now I have room to relax. Versus what I feel here when I'm coming home, which is like, as much as I want to get home because I can relax, I feel like I'm squishing myself into something small. I feel confined and constrained. As opposed to this like, I feel like I gotta wedge myself into this little place. And some of that is reality. There's like, the other night I was just like, there's too much shit in this house. And that was the language I used. Because I just feel like everywhere I walk, I'm bumping into something. There's just a lot of crap in this house. A lot of it's mine, actually. And I'm an ungrateful child, because the truth is that I should probably say, hey, Mom and Dad, thanks for letting me store all my crap in your house and stay here. But then again, also, you're welcome for being here in a pinch. And being so gracious as to point it out on this vlog. Now I want to just go back and take that back. But the person that I was taking care of no longer needs that kind of help at this point in time. So I am free to fly like a little bird. A little bird with adult acne. Okay. Next, I would like to move on to, oh yeah, this is not an original thought, but my frigging iPod cord getting tangled is driving me crazy. Because I've already mentioned my problem with I have a purse and I have a slightly larger tote bag type thing, which has papers and crap stuffed in it, and it's too small. So I have my purse, which I don't know it just has highlighters and tampons in it now. Sorry, men, I do use highlighters. And then I have this other tote bag that has all this crap stuffed in it. And then I have that sitting on the seat of my car. And then I also have my iPod cord and just other random stuff. So I'll be driving and I'll like need to reach into something. And I'll reach in and then I pull something. And then it's like the cord... No, the straps of the bags are intertwined in the iPod... Did I say iPod cord? That's not what I mean. The headphones. The headphones is what I mean. See? I can't string words together. So the straps of the bag get like entwined with the headphone cord, and then there's a hairbrush in there, and then I pull something out, and it's cord spaghetti, and I get a paper cut, and it just makes me pissed! So if anyone has a trick for avoiding that, let me know. Okay, crossing that off. And then also, I have been using Evernote on the iPad, and lately Evernote is kind of messing up, and I find myself just having to like do that with my finger. And so if anyone has a better thing to use on their iPad, let me know. Basically, I need something so that I can edit articles and then also be able to quickly, pull them up when I do the news. I have other things to say, but I am tired of the sound of my own voice. I didn't think it would be possible. So we'll just pick this up tomorrow, you guys. I love you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.